Hello student, this is Vaibhavi. Today we are going to learn about responsibilities of consumer. At the same time, consumer have some responsibilities too. Consumers should exercise their rights and responsibilities while purchasing product or service. These are as follows. 1. Consumer should use his rights. Consumers have many rights with regard to the goods and services. They must be aware of their rights while buying. 2. Cautious consumers. The consumers should understand their responsibilities while buying goods and services. While buying, the consumer should inquire about the quality, quantity, price, utility of goods and services, etc. Feeling of compliment. It is the responsibility complaint. It is the responsibility of a consumer to approach the officer concerned if consumers have some complaint about the good and service. A delay in complaint may result in expiry of guarantee or warranty. Sometimes consumers ignore the dishonest acts of businessmen, which encourages unethical business practice. 4. Quality concession. Conscience. The consumers should never compromise on the quality of goods. They should not buy inferior stuff out of greed for less price. If the consumer behave like this, there cannot be any protection for them from any sector. It is also the responsibility of the consumers to buy quality goods. The symbols such as ISI, Agmark, Hallmark, FPO, FASA, FASSAI, etc. are indicative of the good quality of the goods. 5. Beware from aggregate advertisement. The seller informs the consumer about their goods and services through advertisement. Usually the sellers aggregate the quality of their goods in advertisement. Therefore, it is the responsibility of the consumer to identify the truth of advertisement. 6. Demand of invoice and guarantee warranty card. Consumers should always ask for invoice for the goods purchased. It is the responsibility of consumer to check details mentioned on the guarantee or warranty card. If the goods purchased are of inferior quality, these documents are useful to settle all kinds of dispute with the seller. 7. Pre-planned buying. The important responsibility of consumers is that they should not buy in a hurry. It means that the consumers should make an estimate of the goods they want to buy along with their quantity required. They should also take in consideration the place from where to buy the things. Organized efforts. Consumers should undertake responsibility for the protection of their rights and safeguarding their interests. Consumer can work for and support the consumer protection associations for consumer welfare. Ways and means of consumer protection. We have enumerated several instances of exploitation and malpractices on the part of manufacturers, traders, dealers, and services providers. Now the question arises as to how can this be eliminated, the prevailing juridici system is not sufficient enough to protect consumers. Therefore, there are various ways and means of consumer protection. They are as follows. Lok Adalat. Lok Adalat is the effective and economical system for quick redressal of the public grievances. It can also be referred to as People's Court. It is established by the government to settle disputes by compromises. The aggrieved party can directly approach the Adalat with grievances, and issues are discussed on the spot and decisions are taken immediately. Resolution of dispute by Lok Adalat gets statutory recognition. For example, municipal, district, railway authority, insurance companies, bank, etc. organization regular Lok Adalat. Public interest litigation, जनहित याचिका. Public interest litigation means a legal action initiated in a court of law regarding a matter of general public interest. It is a legal facility under which any person can approach to the court of law in the interest of the society. Its aims is to provide legal remedy to unrepresented groups of society. The party which is not related to grievances can also file public interest litigation. It is filed in the High Court as well as Supreme Court directly in some cases. 3. Redressal Forum. Under the Consumer Protection Act 2019, a system has been set up to deal with the consumers' grievances and disputes at district, state and national level. Any individual consumer or association of consumers can file a complaint with representative commission depending on the value of goods and claims for compensation. The main aim of this commission is to provide for simple, speedy and inexpensive redressal of consumers' grievances. As per the Act, Consumer Protection Council at district, state and national level can be set up for promotion and protection of rights of consumer. 4. Consumer organization. Consumer organizations have been active in India to promote and protect consumer interests. Consumer movement is well settled in India and helping individuals to seek quick and adequate redress of their grievances. It is necessary to strengthen consumer movement throughout the country. 5. Consumer Welfare Fund (CWF). Department of Consumer Affairs has created Consumer Welfare Fund for providing financial assistance to strengthen the voluntary consumer movement, particularly in rural areas. This fund is used for training and research in consumer education, complaint handling, counseling and guidance mechanism, product testing, labs and so on. 6. Legislative measures. A number of laws have been enacted in India to safeguard the interest of consumers and protect them from unethical practices of businessmen. Some of these laws are as follows. Sales of Goods Act 1930, Essential Commodities Act 1955, Standard of Weights and Measures Act 1956, Bureau of Indian Standard Act 1969, Food Safety and Standard Act 2006, National Food Security Act 2013. There are a number of laws to safeguard the interest of consumers, but these acts could not provide complete and fair justice to consumers. Therefore, an exclusive act has been advocated in the form of Consumer Protection Act 2019. Thus, student, today we learn about responsibilities of consumers. Thank you.